Welcome to True Creativity Insights. I know it's been a while since I've actually posted my last episode, probably about over a month now, but I've been a little bit immersed in a couple of different things. I'm trying to launch a new online course. I got a couple of events preparing for, so it's been quite the busy summer. But I wanted to quickly get an episode up because I know it's been a while. And plus, I've been currently working on a new program, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But it prompted me to think about being able to tap into your creative intuition. And this is something that I talk about in my classes with my students. But being able to tap into your creative intuition is so valuable when it comes to your creative process. So what does that mean? Well, creative intuition is really, for me, this is how I describe it. Being able to tell how you feel about a piece. Like, for example, if you're in a creative process, you're working on a piece and you feel like there's something not quite working, it's a little wonky, it doesn't feel right, you're a little frustrated, you can't figure it out, but you know something's off. That is your creative intuition telling you and guiding you actually to maybe go in a different direction, try something out, whether that's a new piece of collage or a different color. And a lot of times what I do with my students is I'll ask them, well, why don't you cover it up with your hand and let me know how you feel about it. So that's one really good example of how you can tap into your intuition is cover up an area that you feel like you're struggling with, cover certain parts of that area, and then check in with yourself. Does it feel better? Do you feel relief, or does it feel worse? Or get a piece of paper and paint a different color on it and put it over a certain section of your piece, and then ask yourself again, does it feel better, worse? Do you feel relief? And usually, based on how you feel, like sometimes you'll put a piece of color over it and you'll say, wow, that feels so much better. That is really your creative intuition telling you, let's go in this direction. So being able to tap into your creative intuition is really valuable because it also helps you to start to uncover and discover and get you in touch with your authentic creative expression as well as your own creative style, your own artistic style. That's why it's really good to practice tapping into that. Now, trust me, I'm not telling you this is easy to plug in. So I know firsthand when I'm creating, I am not always plugged into my creative intuition. I have to get through a lot of that self-judgment, the overthinking, the second guessing. I almost have to get through all of that yucky stuff before I can actually start tapping into my creative intuition. Also, what happens too is if I get to a point where I'm so frustrated, unhappy with where the piece is going, if I get so frustrated and I get to a point where I'm just surrendered, I'm like, I've given up, I'm tired, I'm done. And I just start to surrender to being fully present. That's when I notice when creative intuition kicks in and it actually takes over, which is what it's trying to do. And things start to happen. So what I'm telling you, basically, it's not always easy to tap into it. It takes practice. Don't expect yourself to always be there in that space of I really am intuitively being led, right, in the process. Sometimes it takes practice, and sometimes, it's not always easy to get to that place, and sometimes we have to work to get to that place. That's why I tell my students too, is it's good to do a warm-up. It's good to just go with the intention of, I'm just going to play and see what happens. Because usually when you're just warming up or you're just allowing yourself or giving yourself permission to play creatively, that is when the creative intuition comes out. I believe creative intuition wants to play, because it's all about curiosity, exploring the unknown. What if this happens? Or what if I did this? And even if you have that little voice in your head that says, what if I put this color here or that piece of collage here? That's your creative intuition guiding you. And usually that happens when we play. And usually that happens when we give ourselves permission to be messy, to play and not be perfect, to be imperfect. And also when we don't have an agenda or a plan, that's when creative intuition sometimes kicks in and say, hey, yay, let's go for it. So I believe everybody has this creative intuition, and I wanted to kind of share that with you because it's so important for you to be aware of it and learn how to tap into it. And also, what's really important, I want to talk about being still, being sort of in a stillness, meaning sometimes what happens is we have stressors that go on in our life, whether it's financial, personal, maybe it's even this pandemic that's been dragging out now for, a year and a half, longer than a year and a half. The stressors can set us up so when we go to our creative space, we're just not in the mood, we're not fully present, our body just is not in a calm place. Being fully present and allowing yourself to enter a place of stillness can also help you to tap into that creative intuition. So this week, I came across a quote, and I want to read it to you because it really spoke to me, and it spoke to me about this process as well. And the quote is by Eckhart Tolle, who is the author of Being in the Now. The Power of Now is his book. And this quote is from him, and he says, "True creativity flows only from stillness. When stillness becomes conscious, the spiritual dimension enters your life, and you begin to be guided by an intelligence far greater than the human mind." I love that quote. It really resonated with me because I've been there. I don't always get there, but I've been there where I would completely find myself, fully present, surrendering to whatever is in the moment. And then I feel like things are happening on the artwork or the surface or the piece that I'm working on. Things are just flowing effortlessly. And at some point, and I may have mentioned this before, at some point I feel like I have stepped away from the creative process, out of my way. I'm no longer in the thinking brain, the overthinking. I'm in the present moment, and I do feel like there's a creative spirit that just is channeling in that creative process. Whatever your spiritual belief is, whether that's just being mentally ready for that creative energy, or if you feel like it's a higher power, whatever your spiritual beliefs are, I really do believe that we have the ability to tap into that. We have the ability. It's just sometimes we need a way to get to that place. That place is also called creative flow, when things are effortless. So I also believe that place is when we tap into that intuition. So I've been working on a program that's going to help artists get in touch with their authentic artistic voice, or their creative voice, or their unique style, whatever you want to call it. I'm putting that together. I don't have all the details now because I'm still fine-tuning, but part of the program will be learning how to tap into that intuition, and part of that is getting out of the overthinking, the self-judgment, being able to quiet the voice and the self-judging voice and the negative dialogue that goes in our head. Part of tapping into that intuition is being able to quiet that voice. So I'm going to be integrating some of that into my program. And also this program is going to be for a small group. I'm going to go through an interviewing process to make sure that whoever comes into this group is ready, committed, ready for their artistic journey to grow. So I'm excited about it, and I hope that you will stay tuned and keep an eye out for that program. I'm hopefully in the next couple of months, but we'll see how it goes because sometimes these things take a little longer. Anyway, before I sign off, I want to leave you with one of my guided visualizations because this is one of those visualizations that can get you into a nice quiet place, a place of stillness. And I'm going to recommend that try it. Try going through this guided visualization before you start the creative process, before you start working on a piece, and test it out. Try it out. See if the creative process shifts for you after you've calmed yourself down, after you've become fully present. So thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel or this series, please subscribe and also get on my email list so you can stay up to date on upcoming workshops and especially this new program that I'm excited about. So thank you for watching. Take care and stay creative. Bye. Now softly close your eyes. Have your feet on the floor. Your hands can be resting on your legs or they could be in your lap, whatever feels comfortable to you. Now I want you to focus on feeling the floor under your feet and feel how it is completely supporting your feet. Feel the floor supporting the chair you are sitting on. Feel how that chair is supporting your hips, your legs, your back. Feel how the chair is completely supporting your body. Sink deeper into the chair and allow your body to begin to relax. Now I want you to begin to become aware of any sounds inside the room or outside the room. Simply notice them and allow them to be there. I want you to become aware of any tension or anxiety in your body. Notice where it is. Is it in your stomach or your shoulders? Do you feel it in your lower back or your chest? Simply take notice of where in your body you feel the most tension. Now we're going to take 4 deep breaths. When you inhale, allow your belly to rise as you take the breath in. Also imagine when you breathe in, grabbing hold of any tension or anxiety in those specific places in your body. And when you exhale, imagine all of that dissolving and leaving your body. So let's start by taking the first deep breath in, inhaling through the nose, and exhaling through the mouth. Good. Again, take a deep breath in, this time filling your belly with even more air. And exhaling, completely emptying your lungs, feeling tension dissolving. Another deep breath in, inhaling deeper now. This time you're going to hold it for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and exhaling out completely. Good. One last time, inhale deeper and grab hold of any leftover anxiety and tension, holding it for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and exhaling out completely. Good. Now bring your breath back to a neutral pace, your body completely relaxed as you sink even deeper into the chair, feeling your breath softly inhaling and calmly exhaling. Now bring attention to your breath and be fully aware of how the breath softly inhales through the nose and gently exhales through the mouth. Bring your attention to the rhythm of your belly rise and fall as it takes in the breath and exhales. Now focus on the stillness of this present moment, letting go of any thoughts that may have been preoccupying your mind, letting go of any worries, fears, or concerns. Simply be mindful of this present moment, the stillness of this moment. Now I want you to repeat the following words in your mind and silently to yourself. I am calm. I am present. I am full of life. I am safe. Good. We're going to do this again, but this time I want you to repeat the following words out loud and believing what you are saying. I am calm. I am present. I am full of life. I am safe. Good. Now just take a moment to stay with that feeling and just sit with that for a moment. Letting that feeling ground you and center you. Now come back to your breath, still allowing the inhale and exhale to be calm and soft. Begin to bring your attention to how the chair is supporting your body. Bring awareness back into your body. Notice any sounds outside the room, in the room. Begin to move your hands and feet as if to come back to an awakeful state. With your eyes still closed, feel yourself come back to awareness, slowly becoming more alert. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes, still holding on to this feeling, still feeling centered and grounded. And allow yourself to now be fully awake and alert.